welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we're doing another clean with me video. I'm very excited about it. So when you're ready, grab your cleaning products, throw me on TV or put your AirPods in, maybe have a little drink, and let's get started.
Alright, today I'm starting in my son's bedroom because it was a top priority on my clean list. There was a little spill on his mattress and I wanted to make sure I had enough time to wash, dry, and get everything ready and back in place before he gets home. I'm kicking things off by decluttering his space, just clearing out any toys, clothes, or random bits that have made their way onto the floor. Once the room feels a little bit lighter, I'll move on to the mattress. The mattress is actually from IKEA and I have to say I'm super happy with it. It has a removable cover, which has been a game changer. I've washed it a few times now and every time it comes out looking crisp and clean like new. Getting the cover off is super easy, which I love, but putting it back on, that's a whole other story. You'll see later, I kind of wrestle with it. It turns into a whole workout, especially in my son's tiny bedroom where there's barely any place to move. Not the most graceful moment, but hey, it gets done. All right, next up, laundry. This cover is in and now I'm adding some scent booster. If you've been watching my videos for a while, then you already know I'm addicted to Bounty's Unstoppables. I don't know what kind of magic they put in here, but it smells so good. Next up, a little oxy powder just to give this cover a deep clean. And lastly, the detergent. Honestly, not my favorite, but that's what we've got today, so I'll do the job. Okay, so that's going, so let's keep it moving. We're back in my son's room now. I always like to start by cleaning the surfaces with a disinfectant, especially living in the city. There's just so much dust that sneaks in, builds up so fast, and if I don't stay on top of it, it feels like it just floats in the air and lingers. So I try to do this regularly to keep things fresh and breathable. I like to take everything off first, give it a good wipe down, and then put things back where they belong. Simple, but it makes such a difference. I really enjoy resetting my son's bedroom. There's just something so satisfying about knowing he has a clean, fresh, and cozy space to come home to. Alright, now it's time to reset my own bedroom. Okay, so I'm bringing my plants outside for some sun. I always feel kind of bad for them because they don't get as much sun and light as they probably should in my bedroom. So they're having a little field trip. So I've had these sheets on for 2 weeks now. I did wash them last week, but I kept the same set on and honestly, I'm over it. I'm ready for a change. I just love switching things up when I can. Even just changing the bedding can make the whole room feel brand new again. Plus, washing your sheets weekly is actually really good for you. It helps get rid of sweat, skin cells, and dust mites, all the stuff you don't really want to think about, but it's definitely there. Especially if you have allergies or sensitive skin, clean sheets can make a big difference in how well you sleep. Anyway, so we're saying goodbye to the set and bringing in something fresh. Let's make this bed feel like a clean start. I've noticed that when I go too long without changing them, I start breaking out more. So if you deal with acne, definitely don't sleep on that, literally. So I got my little Jimmy vacuum and it's definitely in my routine now. So I'm going to vacuum my mattress every week while I change the sheets, because I don't know if it's in my head, but I swear my skin's been doing better since I started. So yeah, we're doing this weekly now. Little pass, doesn't take too long, and it feels really satisfying, like I'm getting all the invisible gross stuff out before I put on my fresh new sheets. Now I'm putting on my sheets. I went with white this time. They just feel so light and airy. I love that vibe for summer. It instantly makes my room feel fresh and calm and clean. Although I haven't started cleaning, I love it. Let's talk about top sheets for a second. I love the look of a top sheet. Like, it just makes the bed feel so complete and hotel-like. There's something about that extra layer that looks really polished when everything's tucked in neatly. It's just really a vibe. But when it's actually time to sleep, I can't do it. It always ends up twisted at the bottom of the bed, or I kick it off halfway through the night. I just want my duvet. I just want my duvet in peace. People have strong opinions about this, so I'm curious. Do you sleep with a top sheet, or are you team just a duvet like me? Let me know in the comments, because I feel like this could get spicy. Okay, so someone commented on my last video saying they do the California roll method to put on their duvet cover, and I really want to try it. I didn't do it in this video, but it's definitely on my list. I feel like everyone on TikTok makes it look so easy and seamless, like roll, flip, shake, boom, it's done. But I don't know, I have a feeling it's one of those things that looks effortless until you're actually halfway through and completely lost in the duvet. Anyway, I don't know. Have you guys tried it? Do you love it? Or is it one of those internet hacks that's more complicated than it needs to be? Let me know. I need the honest tea before I end up tangled in a duvet burrito. Okay, so I don't have throw pillows on the bed right now, even though I really want some. I love how they make the bed look cozy and elevated, but my spouse hates them. It became a whole nightly debate, so now I just skip them. I do have blankets though, and sometimes I sneak pillows onto a bench or chair nearby just for the vibe. What about you guys? Are you into throw pillows, or is it more of a looks cute but not worth the hassle situation? Right now, I just have this big white pillow from one section of our couch, and honestly, I think it looks good. It adds a little something without the drama. So here's a final look with the bed all made. I'm finishing it off with a spritz of my favorite linen perfume, and that's it. Simple, fresh, and done. Alright, so the washer is now done with the mattress cover, so I am moving it into the dryer, and if I were patient, I'd hang it out in the sun, but I've got too much to get done today, so the dryer it is. Next up, I'm starting a load of my son's bedding, keeping the laundry going while I'm in the groove. Now I'm just going over the furniture with a microfiber cloth. Nothing fancy, just a quick little wipe down to keep everything clean and dust free. Okay, a few quick dusting tips while I'm at it. Always go top to bottom. Trust me, it saves time. I like using a damp microfiber cloth because it actually traps the dust instead of just moving it around. I also try not to overcrowd my shelves and nightstands or tables. The fewer little things sitting out, the easier it is to keep clean. And don't forget spots like baseboards, cords, and throw blankets. They collect way more dust than you'd think. Next, I'm using my favorite product for mirrors, Banani. I honestly think it's so fun to spray on, and I love how it performs. I'm using a separate microfiber cloth just for mirrors. That way I don't transfer dust or residue from other surfaces. It keeps everything super clean and leaves the mirror sparkling. Just very satisfying. I find that microfiber cloths don't leave streaks on mirrors, unlike paper towels, which almost always do. If you don't have a microfiber cloth, the next best thing is newspaper or even a cotton cloth. They work really well. Now that that's done, I'm going to vacuum the bedrooms. I usually like to clean in two phases. So bedrooms first, then the living areas. It feels like hitting a milestone when I finished the bedrooms and can move on. Breaking it up like that makes the whole thing feel way less overwhelming. Okay, something I am notoriously bad at is changing my vacuum filter. I know, I feel bad, but it's just one of those things I forget even exists until the vacuum starts doing weird things. I don't think this vacuum I've ever changed the filter, and you're supposed to change it every 3 months, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, what about you guys? Are you on top of stuff like that, or are you like me, using the same filter forever, pretending it's fine? Okay, now we're ready to put the mattress cover back on and make my son's bed. I'm excited because we're almost done with the part 1 of this clean. Can't wait to have everything fresh and tidy. Okay, Okay, here's where I was telling you guys I really struggled putting this mattress cover back on. You can't really tell on camera, but I was sweating. The bedroom was so hot with the sun beaming in, and I kept having to move furniture around because there wasn't enough space to work. Definitely not my favorite part of the day. Once the mattress cover was on, finally, I put the mattress back on the bed and started layering on the sheets. Then came my favorite part, making it cozy with my son's plush toys. It's like adding the finishing touches to his little nest where he can feel safe and comfy. Honestly, there's nothing better than seeing a bed that feels both fresh and full of love. Alright, I'm wiping down these floor mats now. But you guys, I've got a fun unboxing coming up next. I told you guys in the last video, we're about to check out a new mop. I'm pretty excited to see if it's as good as everyone says, so let's do this.
Alright guys, so as promised, we are going to be unboxing this little double bucket mop. I'm very excited. I've had it for a couple weeks now and I've been waiting to open it. And I wanted to wait and be with you guys to do so. So we're gonna do that right now so that we can clean the floors with it. We're gonna try it out. But I'm very excited because my mop is kind of old. So I was very excited when they reached out and wanted to send it to me. So this is gifted, but it's not sponsored or anything. So these are my opinions and there's no bias or anything like that. Ooh, I like the color. White and gray, super cute, very aesthetic, very Pinteresty. Interesting. Oh, and I have like, okay, we'll see. So this is what it looks like. So that's the dry bucket, that's the wash bucket, and then there's like the accessories inside, and there's a lock. Ooh, fancy. Okay, I'm gonna figure out how to use it and then I'll show you guys.
Okay, so when I first got this mop, I thought it was a double bucket system, like clean water on one side and dirty water on the other. But it turns out it's actually designed for you to soak the mop in one bucket and wring it out in the second. Still super practical, just not what I expected. I actually think this would be great for wooden floors since you can get the mop damp without soaking it, so it's gentle enough to avoid water damage. Also really handy if you want to use it on walls because you can control how much moisture you're working with. It comes with 3 pads, 2 gray ones and 1 white one. I'm planning to use the white one for walls and the gray ones for the floors. They're all washable too, which I love, super practical. And if you want extras, you can buy more in different colors, so you could easily color code them for a different task, so it's super convenient. Alright, now we're getting started on the living room, and this one's a big one today. I took a closer look at the couch and noticed a bunch of little stains, greasy, messy fingerprints. You know the kind. So I knew it was time for a deep clean. I started by grabbing all the decorative pillows and doing a quick tidy just to see what I was working with. I took the blankets off, fluffed things a bit, and then I immediately questioned my life choices. Because honestly, deep cleaning the couch can be a lot. It always sounds like a good idea at first, but by the time I'm putting the cushion covers back on, I'm usually over it. I've even waited until the next day to finish before, no shame. But today felt like the right time. I didn't have too much to do in the kitchen and the couch really needed it, so I started unzipping all the covers and got to work. The cushion covers are off and now I'm piling all the pillows onto my bed to make space for deep cleaning the couch. Next, I'm tossing everything in the wash. I'm using the same products as before and just a normal cycle. I've done it this way before and it's always worked great, so I'm sticking with what I know. I am so glad my washing machine has a large capacity. I was able to fit all the cushion covers in one load, which honestly makes such a difference. I can't imagine having to do multiple loads just to clean the couch. That would drive me insane. Anyway, so now I'm adding some Oxy Pro into my little green machine and we're finally getting started on this couch. This part is super satisfying. I love seeing all the grime lift right off. How about you guys? Do you find it gross or satisfying or both? So now I'm just taking my time. I spray the product, I let it sit for a minute or two, then I use the brush to work out any stains before vacuuming it all up. I like doing one section at a time, no rushing. Even though we're excited to move on, we're still here right now and we're doing a great job taking care of our space while we're in it. If you're enjoying this video so far, feel free to subscribe and leave a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys, and if you're liking the vibe, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It really helps support my channel and it means a lot. Now I'm using a bit of Dawn dish soap for some of the tougher stains. I just take a damp cloth and add a tiny bit of soap and scrub gently. Then I go back in with the vacuum and just like that, the stains are gone. It's looking so much better already. Now I'm going in with my dust mite vacuum. I'm not sure it's totally necessary, but I figured what better time than now. So just going over each seat. I'm hoping the UV light is doing its thing and zapping any dust mites or bacteria that's hiding in my couch. Next, I'm dusting and disinfecting any furniture that needs it, and I'm trying out this Hurdle multi-purpose disinfectant for the first time. I'll be honest, I bought it mostly for the packaging. It looks so fun and colorful, perfect for summer. The scent is pomegranate and mango, and it's actually pretty good. A little sweet for me, maybe. I think I might prefer something more fresh or even masculine when it comes to cleaning scents. I've been wanting to try Method. I've heard their scents are amazing. Have any of you guys used it? Let me know your faves because I really, really want to try it. I'm dusting my frames and artwork now, and I try to do this every week so there's no buildup. It's so much easier to stay on top of little tasks than to let them pile up. Honestly, when you skip it, it feels like you can wait a little bit more, and then suddenly it's a huge job and it's overwhelming. I still do deep cleans for things like spring or after the holidays, but they're way less daunting because of this system. It really works for me. I used to be all over the place and cleaning took me days, like literal days. So now I rotate what I clean each week. It keeps things manageable. I still do a big deep clean, like I said, but it's not nearly as scary because I stay on top of the little stuff. Do you have a cleaning rotation, or are you more of a when I see it, I clean it person? Now I'm hanging the cushion covers outside to dry in the sun, mostly to avoid any shrinkage, but also because I'm hoping the sunlight helps sanitize them a bit too. But something weird happened. I noticed a big mark on one of the covers after washing, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't there before, so I think my washing machine might need a good clean. I'm going to treat the stain and run that one cover through a quick cycle to rinse it off and hopefully get it looking right again. I might have to do a full deep clean of my washer soon. Let me know if you'd want to see that in the next video. Okay, now I'm vacuuming the living room, giving the rug a good pass before moving on to the kitchen, just trying to stay in the flow and keep things moving. Now I'm moving into the kitchen. It wasn't too bad today, but I did have a lot of dishes to unload and reload, so we're starting there. Honestly, once the sink is empty, it feels like half the battle is won. That and a clean stovetop. If that's sparkling, the whole kitchen just looks put together. So I just wanted to take this time to thank you guys because you guys were so sweet in the last video. Thank you for all the advice about my dishwasher. I told you my dishes never come out dry and I always end up drying them by hand. A few of you suggested cracking the door open after the cycle ends to let the steam out. I tried that and it actually helped a lot, but because there's a cabinet right above my dishwasher, it started warping the finish, so I had to stop doing that. But if you just have a countertop above, definitely try it. It really works. Someone else mentioned using the drying cycle. Thank you for that, but mine is always on this setting. So I think something might actually be wrong with my dishwasher. I might call the company to check. And another great tip was to try the Finish drying liquid. I'm going to give that a shot next. I also am going to be deep cleaning my dishwasher in the next video. I clean my dishwasher monthly, but maybe I need to do it more often. I don't know. Anyway, I just really appreciate you all taking the time to share your tips. It helps me and it helps others too, and I love that. The cabinets are still looking pretty clean, so I'm skipping those today and tackling the fridge instead. I figured since I'm waiting on the cushion covers to dry, I might as well. I hate putting new groceries into a dirty fridge, but let's be real, cleaning it every week hasn't exactly been happening. Still, I'm thinking of adding it into my routine because if I wiped it down weekly, it wouldn't get so gross with crumbs and those mysterious mystery spills. But you guys, do you clean your fridge every week, every 2 weeks, every month? What is your cleaning schedule for your fridge? I am curious to know how often you do it. So first, when I deep clean my fridge, I start by taking everything out. I like to lay it all on the kitchen island, and then I remove all the compartments. Sometimes the shelves too, if they're not too dirty, I'll just leave them in and give them a good wipe down with a disinfectant spray. But if they're really dirty, I will remove the shelves as well. I've got the drawers in the sink now, and I'm scrubbing them down with my Scrub Daddy and a bit of Dawn dish soap, just getting all the sticky spots off. It's super satisfying once everything is clean and fresh again. So something I always keep in my fridge is a little box of Arm & Hammer baking soda. It's such a classic, but it really works. Helps absorb odors and keeps everything smelling fresh. I usually swap it out every couple of months. It's such an easy little step, and that makes a really big difference in the cleanliness of your fridge. Something I clean maybe once a year is the freezer. I honestly just forget it needs cleaning until I forget a can of soda in there and it explodes. That's usually my reminder. I also have a deep freezer, and once a year I try to empty it out completely, defrost it, and take inventory of what we have. As much as I love having the extra space, it's hard to organize. Things like meat just end up buried at the bottom. I definitely need to find a better system for it. So if you have one that works, I'd love to hear it. If you're cleaning along with me, you're doing so good. I know sometimes it feels like there's just so much to do, but every little bit counts. Even if you just did the dishes or wiped down a counter, that's a win. It's not about perfection, it's about creating a space that feels good for you. So take a deep breath. Just imagine that moment at the end. Your space is clean, the vibes are calm, you light your favorite candle. Maybe you've got a cozy drink waiting and you just exist in your freshly cleaned home like the main character you are. That moment's coming, keep going. Next, I'm putting everything back in the fridge. And is it just me, or do you suddenly get this urge to arrange all the veggies and fruits in pretty bowls and containers? Like all week, they're totally fine in their plastic bags, but the minute you clean the fridge, you want it to look like a Pinterest dream come true. Anyone else feels this way? So I am this close to buying all the fridge organizers. I've been wanting them for over a year, and I keep telling myself it's wasteful, but honestly, if I've been thinking about them for that long, I probably would have been using them and loving them this whole time, right? Like, it's not like I'd throw them out every week. And my ultimate dream, the little can dispensers, they're so cute. I love drinking bubblies, especially the grapefruit and peach ones. The flavors are amazing, and I just want to have 2 dispensers side by side with my bubbly lineup. Should I just do it? Should I just buy them? All right, next up, cleaning the stovetop. Yay! And honestly, the kitchen is really coming together now. It always feels like once the counters are clear and the stovetop is clean, the whole space just levels up. As always, I'm using Barkeeper's Friend with my Scrub Daddy for this. It never lets me down. I also use it for the sink. Fun fact, your kitchen sink is actually one of the germiest spots in the house, even more than the toilet. So disinfecting it regularly is so important, especially after handling raw foods like meats. I like to give it a good scrub and disinfect just to keep things fresh and clean. Plus, nothing beats a shiny sink. But I do this every day. I cannot go to bed with a grimy sink. It just like irks me. And in the morning, I just like my sink to be clean. Sometimes I don't do the dishes and I don't clean it. But if I do the dishes, my sink is clean. Do you guys go to bed with a clean kitchen, or do you leave it for the morning? I won't lie, sometimes I'm just too tired, but honestly, like 98% of the time I push through and clean it because it's so satisfying to start the day with a clean space. Sets me up for a great day. Okay, the cushion covers are finally dry, so it's time to put them back on. This part always feels like the home stretch, and it's so satisfying seeing everything come together again. It feels like a giant puzzle. Not every cover fits every cushion, so I have to sort through them and match each one. It takes a little bit of a trial and error, but I kind of enjoy the process. I'm not gonna lie though, when my spouse is around, I totally just do the sorting, let him handle the heavy lifting. These cushions are so big, it honestly feels like I'm in a wrestling match trying to get them back in the covers. It's a whole workout. Do you guys prefer cleaning alone or as a team? I'm gonna be honest, I enjoy having my partner around and helping me, but I also love to be in the zone and doing it by myself, listening to a podcast, music, YouTube video. I'm almost done with the living room, just adding those finishing touches, decorative pillows, cozy throws, and of course, lighting a cute candle to set the vibe. Actually, I only light the candle once. I'm completely done. It's my little reward, a candle and a can of kombucha, and I'm set. How do you guys like to reward yourselves after a big reset? What is the reset the reward? Up, I am vacuuming the rest of the apartment, the kitchen, the bathroom, the entryway. I've already put everything away so it's easy to maneuver and I don't have to stop to pick things up along the way. Then I started mopping the floors, and this mop is almost perfect, except it has one big flaw. The handle is a bit too short for me. I'm 5'7", so I'm like a medium height, but it got really uncomfortable super quick and my back started to hurt. I wish it was just a little taller. That said, if you're under 5'7", honestly, it's perfect. Like, you'll love it. I'll drop the link in the pinned comment below for anyone interested. It's also really affordable, so that's nice. But this gave me an idea. I want to try it in the shower. I think it'd be perfect for cleaning the shower walls, so that's what we're doing next. Look at that dirty water. I don't even know how my floors get this dirty. Okay, now we're in the bathroom. I'm taking everything out of the shower so I can really give it a good scrub. I like to start with my Lysol bathroom spray on the bottom of the shower. Honestly, I've been thinking about redoing the silicone seal around the shower. It's gotten yellowed over the years and I'm not a fan of how it looks, but The catch is you have to wait at least 24 hours before using the shower again, which is tricky because we only have this one shower. So for now, I'm letting the cleaner sit while I tackle the toilet, and I'll have to revisit a time to redo the seal. Now that a few minutes have passed, I'm rinsing the shower to wash away all the cleaner. Next, I'm going to try the mop on the shower walls. I'm using some dish soap because I feel like it'll do a great job. Guys, you know I'm not a big fan of cleaning the shower. I do it every week, but I really don't enjoy it. But this trick totally changed the game and actually made me love it. Now I'm even thinking of adding those little electric brown brushes to make it even easier. Like, who knew cleaning the shower could be so fun? Like, I actually enjoyed it. Then I thought, why not try it on the shower glass doors? And guys, I was so surprised. I was seriously impressed. It foamed up so well, and the Dawn dish soap just cut right through the lime scale like magic. I've tried so many different products and mitts for this one task and was never really satisfied with the results. But this is it. Like, if you're like me and you don't like to spend too much time scrubbing the shower, I 100% recommend it. It's a total game changer. First, I go in with the scrubbing pad to loosen everything up, and then I follow with a squeegee to get all the soap off. No streaks, no residue, just clean, clear, sparkling shower doors. Now I'm giving the bathroom sink a good dust and wipe down with the Hurdle disinfecting spray, getting all those little smudges and fingerprints off the drawers too. I feel like this part makes everything look so cleaner and brighter. As I was cleaning the mirror, I just had to take a second to say thank you. I actually wrote 1K with the spray and added a little heart because I'm just so grateful. We hit 1,000 subscribers and it means the world to me. I'm so happy you're enjoying these videos and find them motivating. I truly can't wait to keep creating more cozy, real life content for you guys. Thank you for being here. Now it's that time of the video where everything comes together. I'm putting things back in their place, adding the final touches, and just soaking in that feeling of fresh, clean home. There's nothing like the calm after a deep clean. The space feels beautiful, peaceful, it smells good. A total reset. Time to relax and enjoy it. Alright friends, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a like, leave a comment down below. I love chatting with you all. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. It helps the channel so much and means the world to me. I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful week. Mwah.